There she is, the next one. It is an Audi Q7. What a beast. This thing is Mamba. Absolutely massive. Trying to get in. A bit strange to get into, Audis are. So, the customer is complaining on this one that his radio comes on when he turns the key on. How do I turn the volume down? I don't know. Volume? No. Wow. Let me figure out how to do this volume thing first. Volume figured. So this one here, let's take the key out again. We'll do the opening of the door, put the key on, ignition. There we go. Mileage 176. 165. Now this is it. This is what it's doing. Switch off ignition before leaving car. Battery is being discharged. Just shut up. There we go. So we're going to have the engine on just from the, but that flashing light is the problem. It's like, oh, and then it comes up in the service due as well. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? 100%. Let's see what we get. Report. Okay. This customer's name is Abby. Okay. And the report says problem with the key, problem with the air quality sensor, problem with the fuel gauge. There's a solenoid for the level control system. It says mechanical failure. And then we've got a switch off due to excessive temperature. Okay. The graph always 16 degrees centigrade that temperature is, and it does over temperature for some reason. Now we've got ride heights of 120, 115, 128 and 118. So maybe I ought to be doing a calibration of the ride heights for a start. We've got 13.9 volts on terminal 15 and 14.47 volts on terminal 30. So just zooming back into the fault code in the leveling system, and it doesn't say solenoid, it says solenoids for level control system. Mechanical failure. Right, here it is the next morning. It's full glory. It is a 14 plate. So now I'm going to clear the codes and see if the suspension works. So I'm just clearing the windows. The light is flashing, and I just saw the comfort thing. Oh, okay, off-road, lift, lock. So comfort, dynamic. Okay, so some of the settings aren't working. And we will clear the fault codes. No fault codes, come back out. Read codes, no fault codes. Okay, so it hasn't changed anything on the screen. So let's switch it on. Let's see if the light's still flashing. The light has stopped flashing. Oh, and off-road is highlighted now. Let's see if I can lift it. Here we go. The pump's running now. But nothing's happening. Well, it might be. Yeah, okay, we're lifting. We're going up. So the whole system's working. And we should be looking at data streams really. By list, I want the temperature, don't I? So we're going to have a look at the temperature. So the compressor temperature is now 163 degrees centigrade. 166. I wonder if it's the... Oh yeah, that's way too much. Well, it's the pump, isn't it? So this is going over temperature. 180 degrees centigrade. Should a pump be 180 degrees centigrade? It's only pumping stuff. The front's now at 170 mil, and yeah, I'm getting higher and higher. This is taking ages though. This is just taking way too long, and now the pump temperatures are going down, dropping down massively quickly. Get out of town, there's no way the temperature of that pump has dropped that quickly. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. The suspension height now is a little bit dropped on the front right. So it isn't quite calibrated, is it? It's still a couple of centimetres out. I think it wants calibrating, the heights do. But the pump temperature's come down now, so let's see if it's registered any fault codes in that. Read DTCs. Nothing wrong with the valve whatsoever. So if the valve was going to cause a fault, if the valve was faulty, it would be flagging a fault up straight away. Okay, it didn't take long, did it? It switched off to excessive temperature. So it's definitely switched off now. That we should just get you on. It hasn't brought the warning light on yet. It's got to full height now, but it hasn't brought the warning light on. Ah, so it started going again. Read DTC, see if it says anything about the valve yet. No. Okay. And let's see if it's still working, because I literally just turned the camera off. Let it go down. Let's go back into data stream. Right, list, see if the height is coming down. Front left, front right, front left, compressor temperature, okay. Yes, the heights are coming down. 220. 221. No, 230. Still got a little bit to go yet. No. Yeah, 230 it cuts out. Okay, so that's cut out. So there we go. It cut out at 230. So, temperature is the problem why it's cutting out. Let's just go and make sure with that. Let's see if we can register that fault code again. With DTCs. Switched off due to excessive temperature. So we know why it's cutting out now. It's not to do with the valve that they've replaced already. It might have been a problem with the valve which has made the motor... Oh, it started going again. Listen, can you hear it? And it's going up still. So the light up here is when it gets to the full, it'll stop flashing now. Let's see if I can get zoomed in a little bit for you. When it gets to full height, that will stop flashing. Can you see it? Yeah, you see it flashing. So obviously the temperature has cooled down enough, it's gone, you know what, I can lift it, and now it's at full height. So I've got the wiring diagram pulled up on the J197, which is the adaptive suspension control unit. And this N311 adaptive suspension pressure accumulator valve, I believe, is the one in question. So I'm just going to make sure, I'm going to tally with the fault codes, and then basically what we've got is one wire, and then all of the solenoids in the solenoid block are controlled with a single ground. So we've got one wire coming down, all the rest are alright, so we'll disregard that. We've got this one wire to look at, and then the pressure sensor. So the way I'm seeing it, because I've got no description on the fault code, is it can either be measuring too much current on the wire going to the solenoid, or an incorrect voltage coming back. Whatever it's doing something weird on the wire, so it goes mechanical fault. Or alternatively, it switches the solenoid on. It's all happy about the solenoid being on, but the pressure doesn't go down on the pressure sensor. So either the pressure relief valve exit is blocked, or there's some kind of blockage in there, or the sensor itself has got a problem. So the sensor is a 3-wire sensor. So basically we've got 4 wires to go at in reality. Pressure sensor, make sure that's working fine, and the wire going to the solenoid, which is causing the problem, and any exit pipe work or whatever it will be, vent valve, whatever coming off that solenoid, anything causing a blockage there. The suspension on this side are perfectly pumped up, or not. So it has got a leak on this side. Right, we've got a hammer here, and the reason why I've got a hammer here is because, well, first you might see all this on the floor. I was getting some on the floor, I thought, stop, get the plastic out, and then we'll hammer. And for a start I could only just see these 2 bolt heads, and after a lot of pounding, which would have been really annoying and noisy for the video, basically everything started falling off of this. I took the covers off first, by the way, took them off nice and gently for a start. I started pounding on these, like I said, pound, and eventually you could actually see the metal, but unfortunately I don't know how much longer this is going to stay. When I pull on it, you can actually see it flex a little bit. This steel strut isn't very strong anymore, and the likelihood of these bolts coming out is 0, I should imagine. Even with a lot of heat on them, they're just going to snap. I imagine inside, where all the mud was going through all these little holes and filling up and holding moisture against it all, I bet they're like as thin as an M6 now. Okay, one of the prerequisites for having a happy customer would be having a car that can be fixed, I should well imagine. It's getting quite annoying, this car is now. Unlock basic settings, 08367. 08367. Okay, you saw the code. So what this is going to do now, you might move a little bit because you are slightly resting against the car. Communication error with the vehicle's ECU. Awesome. Right, let's try it again. 08367. 08367. Login success. Adaptions. List. Front left. Do the front left first. Now you might feel the car moving because you are slightly resting against it, so the screen might be moving slightly up and down. You'll hear the pump going in a minute. Well, I hope so anyway. I ain't doing it right. Go out of that, go out of that, go out of that. Basic settings. Buy list. No, I wasn't in the right settings. It's like access permission. Enable adjustments 31564. 31564. Login success. Adaptions. Front left. That's better. Now you'll feel something moving. So the car's moving right now, and you'll be slightly moving with it, and then it will move back again, and then you'll be in the right position. It should hold. I'm getting quite ratty with this car. Well, you can hear the pump going now. I've got a battery charger attached. Unfortunately, on this system you don't see the battery voltage. If I was using the Think Tool Pro S, then you would see it, but you're not going to see it on this one. Trust me, there's a battery charger attached. It's a 30 amp battery charger, and it's currently at 30 amps because the pump's just been on. After a couple of seconds it will drop down again. So I'm going to go and measure the front wheel now. Left front. We've got 453. Enter that. .453. Okay. Save. Adaptation success. 453 is the number. So we'll come out of that one, and then we'll stop that one happening. We'll start that one happening, which is the front right. Go into it. It expects 449. It is actually at 442. So input that. 442. Okay. Let's put the value in. Save it. Adaptation success. Save the value. So do the stop that one from happening and start that. So do the rear left now. Go into that. It expects 465. It is 464. Enter. Save. Adaptation success. And there we go. It's inputted. Come out of that one. Go into that one. Click OK. So I'm going to measure the last one. It's 455. So input that. 455. OK. Save. Adaptation success. It knows that's 455, so we're happy with that. Come out of that. Stop that happening. Confirm the control position. Input the value. 1 to say yes. Save that position. It's now cleared the code. Okay, so I'm going to show you that. Hold on. Come out, there we go. So in the dashboard now, next to the engine light, there is no more light. So it has cleared the code now. Adaptation success, click OK. Come out of that. Stop that from happening. Go into the lift mode. Check the adaptations on that. The status is switched on. It should be switched on. Come out of that. We're all happy with that. Now let's go back into that again. Let's make sure we have saved that. So we'll save that. Adaptation success. We're all saved. Just to make sure. Come out of that. Untick that. Come out. Come out. And read the DTCs. No faults. Okay, so we've got no faults now. So that has cleared the faults. this should have worked. Should. Right, so the car's in lift mode. Oh, hold on a second, we've done something else. Right, so right now, comfort is lit up. I've just opened the door and dynamic wasn't lit up, but okay. Right, so we're going to switch the, oh, this might be working now. It's amazing, I've done this around about 600 times. Lights on, I don't care. Does it have suspension mode now? Oh, comfort's lit up. Oh my good night, it's worked. Get out of town. So we've got 2 modes going now. I can go for a road test. I promise you I have done that. Right, I don't know how many times I've done that. Right, it has been getting more and more, but I thought I'm going to film it this time. I'm going to show you what's going wrong, because this keeps on going wrong. Well, that has worked. I am now happy that the light is off. Let me get me battery charger. So we've got battery charger on. Let me switch the battery charger off. Disconnect it. Get wires off for a start. Put them down here. Take battery charger off the engine. And let's see if it's actually worked. Start it up. Oh, there's no lights on the dashboard. Oh my good night. Oh my good night. And all the modes are active. Apart from dynamic. I do not believe it. Oh my god, I've been trying this for weeks. Every night, every other night I've been out doing this. Just doing the same thing over and over again. I have been doing this for weeks now. I am not joking. I was just about to start shouting really badly about this badge's name. I used to work for the company in the Volkswagen Audi group, and I had problems doing air suspensions, even with the main dealer equipment. And I was literally going to wax lyrical how crap the computers are on these. But when they work, right, when you get them working, they stay working, unless there's a fault, which is a good thing about them, but you'd expect. But programming this has been a pain in the backside, or just do the basic settings on it. Now I've seen videos on YouTube where they cut off at the end, but that's how you should do it, okay? Literally, access permission, number 16, so let's go through it all. We'll rewind through the video and watch it. So access permission number 16, then go into adaptions, and then do front left, front right, rear left, rear right. Confirm with an 01, with a number 1, the confirmation, and then go into your last thing, the car access mode, and save it as 0, so it's definitely working. If it isn't as 0, if it says status not on down the bottom of the number 2, change the number 2. Just to change the number 2, just type in 2 and it will change it from off to on and take it out of jacking mode. And now it's not in jacking mode. Just going to make sure it works again. So I'm just going to switch it off and come out of that system. That's out. Come out of that, yeah. And I want to switch off the lights. And by the way, through all that, I had it in side light mode. So I had it in side lights all the way through that. Okay. Just if you didn't know. And I'm going to start it back up again. And the light goes out and stays out. Oh my good night. Now I've just got to road test it. I am so happy. This has been... Oh, it took so long to do this. It's unbelievable. As long as this works now, I'll be happy. So I've got to road test it now. Oh my good night. Okay, we're back in it. 176,166. Dynamic is lit up. We're all in mode, right, so we're into drive. Parking brake is released. We are going to move. Oh my good night. It's moving. Into reverse. The parking sensors on this just love making loads of noises when you're in reverse, I don't know why. I'm literally nowhere near anything, but I'm going to try and set you up now on the seat. Right, we're recording, I'm on the hands-free as well, we're going, right, so we'll get above 20 miles an hour, There we go, we're going to find out now. So that's 20. That's 20, and now we're going to slow down. And the light hasn't come on. I'm looking pretty happy.
Good.
So that's, I'm going to obviously try a little bit more than that short road test, but yeah, that's fine. So I'll pop around your house in around about 40 minutes or so, and we'll have a look at your car and see what's up with it.
Yeah, okay, Stick, thank you.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right, so we're in auto mode. As you can hear, I'm just going to go around and see another customer of mine. He's got a turbo fault out, I can't see anything, I can't see anything. The window is absolutely atrocious. I should have probably cleaned the dust off. The light hasn't come on yet. Been above 20 miles an hour once. This was every time you went above 20 miles an hour, it would definitely go kaboom. What about it going 20 miles an hour? Oh, we're doing about 15, 16 over a speed hump, and then we can just boot it between. So that's 30, 35. And down, and that's fixed. I promise you that's fixed. Fixed. That is fixed. I'm going to take it for a better road test than this. I've just got to take it for a better road test. I'm going to put my trade plate on properly. I'm going to take it for a better road test than this. So just showing you again. Sweet. Dynamic mode becomes active obviously when you're driving. For some reason I don't know why. But there you go. Sorted. So that's what our fault code does. I can't remember what the fault code is now. It's like, oh, just seeing the fault code, but you've got to change the compressor. There's no point in messing about with the valve block. You've got to put a compressor on, so you might as well just put compressor and valve block on. Oh, and that relay. You've got to change the relay. So this is the original relay from the Audi, and that has to be upgraded. Because this can also cause that fault by itself. Anyway, there we go, sorted.